weird way, get it like Toby. You on my way, don't get cozy. Give me my trophy. Yeah, I had to pray, I had to kill off the old me. Yeah, had to focus a lot, I'ma shoot my shot, Kobe. Yeah, I'm on my weird way, get it like Toby. You on my way, don't get cozy. Give me my trophies. Yeah, I had to pray, I had to kill off the old me. Yeah, had to focus a lot, I'ma shoot my shot, Kobe. Yeah, killing my verses, living my purpose. Yeah, healing my burdens, giving my service. Yeah, I had to pray, I had to kill off the old me. Yeah, had to focus a lot, I'ma shoot my shot, Kobe.
Yo, what's up? Welcome to another episode of Unnamed Sports Show right here on Gorilla Cross Radio, streaming live on the Gorilla Cross app, gorillacross.com, and all of our social media pages. I'm your host, Quan59, and we have another big show for you. Once again, today, a lot of sports happening. We missed you last week. Not really, but I'm sure you missed us. But come on, man, just in time. Josh Williams in the building wearing the racist shirt.
You can't even see it. It's underneath everything. Wait, there it is.
Yeah. It's there. All right.
Yeah,
Appreciate it, Gruden.
You just called me Gruden.
Yeah.
You want to talk about that, or are we going to get to that later?
We'll get to that when we get there. When
we'll get there.
Done with the introductions to the show. But we have the lovely lady of Unnamed, Juju, back in the building with the new hair.
What's up, y'all?
We love the hair.
Thank you.
We
got
love the
Poco's going. I like it. It's good stuff.
Yeah.
Gotta change it up sometimes.
Looks good.
You switch like every 3 days? Every
3 days.
Every
Gotta
3.5 days.
Ran in course already.
So you're already sick of the new hair?
Yes. I'm gonna take it out tonight or tomorrow.
Okay.
Now, how long did it take you to do that one? Not too long, right?
25 minutes, probably.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's not bad. I want to say happy Columbus Day to everybody. There's Columbus Day sales. I heard you can go in and just take whatever you want.
How long were you sitting on that one?
I saw it today on Facebook.
That's pretty good.
I wasn't sitting on it that long, but
that's pretty.
I just saw it today.
I
appreciate it.
That's a good dad joke.
Thanks for having me, have to explain the joke though.
No, it was good. It was a good.
You don't ask about the joke. You just let me say, we laugh, we move on.
Oh no, that was a good one.
I appreciate it.
You didn't have to divulge that you got it from Facebook.
Well, you asked me how long I've been sitting on it.
Well, then you said that you stole it.
Since 1492 or whatever year that was. What year was it?
1492, Columbus sailed across the ocean blue. Yeah, that's
stole
and pillaged.
I really didn't even know till you walked in that it was Columbus Day, and then I remembered I saw that and reminded me, like, oh, that's why that post was up.
Post was up
because it's Columbus Day.
Yeah.
But hey, yeah, none of us knew him.
Yeah.
But there's other things that Josh wants to celebrate later on the show too, so we'll let him do that later. But we have a lot of sports to talk about, so are we jumping right into it?
Yeah. Juju, what's up first?
So we got the Fury versus Wilder fight.
Yes.
Hey, big, huge fight this weekend. Trilogy, and most trilogies in sports a lot of times are duds.
Yeah.
This might have went down as one of the best trilogies in boxing, for sure.
And that's saying something.
That was a crazy fight. Like, every round was ridiculous. Round 7 was super ridiculous, but it was just so much action in this fight.
Yeah.
Where Fury looked like he was going to lose early. I mean, Wilder looked like he was going to lose early.
Yeah, like
in the third.
it was going to go the way everyone thought.
And then in the 4th round, he comes and knocks Tyson down twice.
2 times.
And so you're like, yo, what's up? But even after those knockdowns, in my mind, Wilder just looked gassed the whole entire fight. And the suit he walked in with was only 7 pounds compared to 40 last time.
That's right.
So you can't use that as an excuse.
No.
He has a little attitude after the fight still.
Yeah. Embarrassing. I mean, he's embarrassed.
There's a fighter that's better than you that you'll probably never beat.
Yeah.
Because even when you beat, the first fight was a draw.
Yeah. And it was a controversial draw. That was the whole reason why.
Even though he had knocked down Fury in the 11th or 12th. He knocked him down
late rounds.
But with that being said, Tyson Fury, even though this was a great fight, he's dominating him in the trilogy.
I'll say this, and I literally just thought about it. One thing that you do have to consider about their dynamic, Deontay Wilder's from the South. I can't remember he's from Alabama or Mississippi, but I know he's from the deep South. And to think about it on those terms, in terms of a white person beating you, not just I lost to another person because like all the memes were like Black Twitter praying for Deontay Wilder to win. You know what I mean? And like, so to look at it on those lines, because like I didn't. This was one of the first few trilogies or first fights where I ever. Really, I'm not a big Deontay Wilder fan. So I was cheering for Tyson Fury the whole time.
I like Tyson a lot.
You know what I mean? Like, and it wasn't really
I like them both.
It wasn't really any disrespect to Deontay Wilder, but usually, you know, I'm not gonna lie, I'm to my clan. I'm gonna be like, black man fighting white. All right, we gonna go with the black dude. That's just how it works. But for this one, all 3 fights, I kind of
Happy Columbus Day.
It's the truth. It's hashtag is that the truth?
If a white guy said, I'm always going for the white guy in the fight against the black guy, you'll be racist.
No.
Yes. Stop it.
Juju.
Stop it.
Get in here.
Juju. Is that racist if a white guy says that?
Get in here.
No.
It's all right.
It's not. I'm just gonna leave it there.
Well, you're saying it's not, but would it be projected as racist through society and social media?
It can be, but it's not.
But it shouldn't be.
Right, it can be, but it shouldn't be.
And look, and that came up
because I never go for the white guy just because he's white.
Fair
in a fight.
Fair.
But I like black people better than white people anyways.
well, look, no, and look, and
sorry, Todd.
I literally was just talking to somebody about that this weekend. There's a difference between racist and racial.
And Todd wants to be in the show.
We need to get better as a society in determining both. Because everything I say is not racist. If it's not coming from an ugly place, I'm not saying that I'm cheering for the black dude just because he. Yeah, actually, that is kind of what I'm saying. But I don't wish anything ill on the white guy because he's just white. He ain't a part of my clan.
He ain't part of my clan.
He ain't no kin of mine, as the one guy said in March Madness years back.
Well, we're all one race. We're the human race. I see no color.
So
I'm joking. I see color.
Where do these fighters go from here?
Where do they go from here? I mean, Tyson could fight whoever he wants now, right? I mean, I think Joshua and that dude have a clause, so Joshua gets to get the rematch. With him. So what's gonna happen is Joshua's gonna fight him. Then we're gonna have to wait again for Joshua and Fury because he'll win. Then he'll lose to Fury, and then he'll get the rematch, and then lose to him again. And because Anthony Joshua right now, he wins a fight, loses a fight, wins the fight, loses the fight.
Who is the chubby Italian, the Spanish guy that he fought and lost? Mexican.
You just say Mexican.
Well, but I didn't want to be wrong. What is his name?
Andy Ruiz. And he's not fat anymore, so settle down.
He's still. I said chubby.
Not the last fight.
He's still.
No, he's in shape. I saw him in Vegas live. He was not.
He's a portly gentleman. Anyway,
you didn't see the last fight then.
I did not.
Exactly.
But I know he's
he worked out and he lost a lot of weight. He looks normal now.
Did he lose a butt cheek? Because he was a portly man.
Oh my God.
Anyway, that wasn't my point. You jumped all over my point. Deontay Wilder is gonna fight him. He can fight him. He can fight Joshua if they figured that out. But now, like you said, the rematch clause, he probably fights Ruiz. How bad is the comments right now? Josh is just racist on Columbus Day.
Listen, it's okay. It's Columbus Day. You're allowed to be racist.
Today's day.
You're wearing your Redskins jersey. She has the Pocahontas hair. I mean, you know.
A lot's going on. We got a lot going on.
A lot's going on.
Very racial show today.
We got a Mexican in the studio, an Italian Jewish guy in the studio. A lot going on.
I'm just black.
They're just Josh with the hair that's getting a little Andy Ruiz. You look like Andy Ruiz. Just the hair, like a little chubby. Your hair's chubby.
Long.
Your hair's chubby. What up, Mo from Grill Chat Sports? Goose Thomas in the building, saying he doesn't want to see Anthony Joshua anymore. I mean, Anthony? Why did I say Anthony?
I don't know.
What's his name? I forgot his name. Anthony Joshua.
It is, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you made me nervous.
Well, because he said Andy, and then Andy Ruiz is in shape, so Josh didn't pay attention. So shout out Stuart Bonner. Everyone watching right now, we appreciate everybody.
I'm gonna pull up a picture of this man today.
Yeah, pull up a picture. I mean, you obviously haven't seen him in the last 6 months.
Okay, so he had a good COVID then, is what you're saying. His COVID was good. He had a glow up during COVID. Okay. All right then.
Oh, wow.
Andy Ruiz today.
She just rolls her eyes.
She's
like, why am I here?
She understands. He's still portly. He ain't in shape. He's a bigger dude. It's just that's just his build. He's not fat anymore. He was fat. If I show you another picture, he was big. But he's still a bigger guy. He's a heavyweight. So he's not gonna lose, but so much weight. He ain't trying to be a cruiserweight. There ain't no money there. He gotta keep it where he's at. Home is heavyweight.
But yeah, Deontay Wilder and Andy Ruiz, that might be the fight.
Yeah.
But at the same time, Tyson Fury and Andy Ruiz might be the fight, because if Anthony Joshua has another fight with the dude he just lost to, there might not be enough time in between. Does Tyson want to wait that long?
Yeah, and
he might want to. Maybe he wants to take a year or two off and make some movies or something. He's famous.
Yeah,
he's famous now. So
he could. But it does mess with his money. It messes with his money.
Of course, you want to get in there, make a couple million again.
Because if he fights Usyk, I can't remember how to pronounce the guy's name, but if he fights him and beats him, then he's the unified champ, and now he has to fight no one. He can choose whoever he wants to fight at that point. I know if he fights Anthony Joshua, then that becomes a huge British fight, and then they can go sell out Wembley and all that good stuff. And so that's what they're really, really angling for, and he just keeps losing.
Yeah.
Like every time it's like, nope, never mind.
He's not. I mean, I'm very disinterested in him. I was disinterested in his first loss to when he lost to Ruiz.
Yeah.
Before he beat him again. But even after that, it's like, okay, cool. You already lost to him. I don't care if you beat him 10 more times.
Yeah. You lost once.
You lost.
Yeah.
So,
that's true.
Yeah.
NFL highlights?
Sure.
All right, let's go over our turds first. You can start.
Go ahead.
Oh, you want me to go? My defense is trash. Trash. I'm here to say
supposed to be your strong point with your team.
And that was what I was so nervous about all off season, because everyone, our defense. Because remember when we were doing really well last year, I was very much like, not the game. Like, we number 2 in the whole league, and my team doesn't make me feel like we number 2. You know what I mean? But like everyone is, they're elite, and I'm like, man, we ain't elite. We're solid. We can't cover anything in the secondary. If I see another bomb, I'm gonna cry. Like, that game was literally lost at halftime. It was 13-13. We'd done a good job. We give up a 50-yard Hail Mary touchdown as time expires going into the locker room. So now we go in the locker room. Now we're down a touchdown. It was, wasn't a good day for Heineke. He played all right, but everybody just played all right. No one really played great. What about your Niners? You were in a defensive struggle, which I thought was going to be a blowout. So it actually
I thought it was going to be a blowout too, so I wasn't really tripping. I actually feel a lot better with Trey Lance than Jimmy G right now.
Really? As many times as the ball was batted down the line of scrimmage? Oh, you didn't think I was? No.
I mean, I still feel more comfortable with him. He's a rookie, so it's his first start ever against the best team in the league right now. So we barely lost. Had a chance to win. The ball was batted down a couple times. Sorry, I'm trying to plug in my headphones so they work.
Turn my headphone up. You can keep talking. You good? Don't leave me out here with dead air in your part of the segment. So the Niners, they're just god awful. I mean, Quan said that they were going to lose one time, and they're up to 3 already.
They're not awful.
So
how are they awful when they barely lost to the best team in the league?
I thought you were.
I was still talking when you said all that, so I don't know.
You stop.
I'm able to multitask. You can't even share things on social media.
I share things
while I'm
every
doing
time.
Everything.
Well,
your phone's off, so you're not.
No, my phone's not off. It's right here.
Gotcha.
It's chilling.
It's definitely not on the show to see the comment.
Yeah, no, I don't do that.
Yeah, exactly. You can't multitask. I just said that.
I can multitask.
I have the comments up. I'm doing all this. I'm plugging in my headphones and still talking about my 49ers, how they still looked decent yesterday in a game they barely lost against the best team in the league. The only undefeated team in the league.
Are we going to talk about the Quanstradamus 15-1 or 16-1?
Yeah, I said it, as long as they're not injured. They're missing half their team again for the second year in a row.
Who's hurt?
Who's not hurt?
Well, go ahead and go down the list, Quan.
Mostert, who's their starting running back.
But you got
Jimmy G, starting quarterback.
Wait a minute.
No, are you gonna let me say who's hurt, or are you gonna try to interject into every position? Jimmy G, starting quarterback.
You drafted a quarterback. Go ahead, go.
That's their starting quarterback.
And Mostert also is a running back factory.
That's a rookie.
Go ahead.
That's not a running back factory.
You've always said you guys have a running back factory.
George Kittle.
Kittle's hurt?
Oh, Kittle's hurt? Yeah.
That one I didn't know.
Half my team is hurt.
That one I didn't know.
The whole secondary's hurt. They had to bring in Josh Norman from retirement.
Hey, that was good
Half
defense
the
on
defense is
D-Hop,
hurt.
though. That was good defense. He grabbed that, and I was like, wow.
Yeah,
there was literally no area to throw. But
Yeah.
all right. Juju, anything on the
Listen,
Cowboys?
barely lost. Hold on. Barely lost because
Oh,
I
okay,
need to check you because you're acting like they got blown out. You're acting like my 15-1. They are hurt again for the second season in a row. Everybody is hurt again. So I like Trey Lance a lot. I
Okay.
think he's going to be fine. That was he looked good a lot in the game.
Okay.
And yeah, there was times he struggled a little bit, but he's a rookie.
Quan, just be thankful my Redskins lost because I was going to flame you out. But
They lose all the time. I'm not worried about them.
all right. Well, we're both 2-3. I just wished I was 3-2. Juju,
Well, you're not.
Juju, how are your Cowboys doing?
Oh, they're doing great.
That is
Doing good.
Juju's minute on the Cowboys.
Yeah, they've been winning. We've been winning.
What's their record?
They won 4 games, right?
That's right. Nice.
Hey.
Checked. Juju, what's next?
Bengals continuing to show growth in OT loss to the Packers.
There you go.
We need to get Juju a teleprompter.
Yes, you do.
Yes, the
ASAP.
Bengals. Even though Mason Crosby tried to absolutely give them the game, they still ended up pulling it out in overtime. Joe Burrow has looked great, phenomenal in his second year, even returning from an ACL injury. Do you think that the Bengals are going to keep growing from here, Quan?
I like the Bengals. They're good. They're decent. I like Burrow a lot. I think he's, we saw him last year looking really good before he got hurt.
Sure.
Him and Justin Herbert look like legit, young quarterbacks. I
Yeah.
mean, they're playing like vets right now. Listen, tough overtime loss.
Yeah.
I thought they were going to be able to pull it out, but they didn't. But I like what they're doing. I think they have a good future. Can they make the playoffs this year? It's possible.
Possible.
It's
They're in a
possible,
tough
but-
division. They are in a tough division.
Yeah, but I do like the direction they're going. They're
Yeah.
not like the horrible Bengals anymore.
They're not the Bungles.
that we just know they're going to suck every year, no matter
Yeah.
who's there. So I mean, I like them. I like what they're doing. I like Burrow a lot. I think they have a bright future.
Steelers.
Have they righted the ship, or was this just a nice weekend?
I mean, they beat
They beat
Denver.
the Broncos, yeah.
Denver's a team with a good record that's not really a good team. They've beat bad teams.
They've beaten the teams that they
beat
were
the
meant
teams
to beat.
they
Yeah,
were supposed to.
That's right.
I don't think the Steelers, as long as they have Roethlisberger, I don't think he is going to take them anywhere. Will they get to the playoffs? Probably, because they get to the playoffs all the time.
Really? You think they'll still probably get to the playoffs?
They could get to the. I wouldn't be surprised if they get to the playoffs.
Oof.
But they're not doing anything once they get there.
No, I don't.
And I don't even know if they'll get there. I'm just saying, like,
Yeah.
it's not going to be a shock if they do, because this is the Steelers every year. They're either really good and get to the playoffs, or they're, they struggle a lot of the season back and forth and then still get to the playoffs.
Yeah.
But Big Ben, I just think he's done. I think they need to,
Well, they've tried to invest in the position, but this might be the year that they have to. I think you're right. I feel like they probably get to 9-7, not 9-7, 9-8
Yeah.
this year, like where they're having a good year. I don't think Tomlin allows them to lose enough to be a bad team. He said famously in the game versus us last year where he told Chase Young, like, I never want to lose enough games to get a guy like you.
Yeah.
He won't allow that team to suck, even though they probably should. You know what I mean? And then go get the next quarterback. He'll try to figure it out on the fly, and I just think they don't have it right now.
Yeah.
Baby Watt isn't killing people right now. He's not flying around the field. I think he's still trying to get into shape after sitting out most of the summer. So we'll see.
The Chargers had a huge comeback against the Browns.
They did. The Chargers, that game was insane. No, it was defense optional in that game.
no defense. That was definitely back and forth. Fun game to watch.
Yeah.
I thought they gave them too much time at the end,
Yeah.
and Baker Mayfield could not get that ball up the field. So, listen, Herbert is the real deal.
He is.
I don't care what anybody says, and I think everybody knows he's the real deal.
Yeah.
I didn't think Chargers would be this good, because even in their losses, they've been close losses. So,
And they still technically really don't even have options to throw to right now.
Yeah.
They have Keenan Allen. After that, like Mike Williams has been balling and people have been waiting for him to look like this.
Yeah.
Maybe he just needed a quarterback that was going to allow him to do it. I still feel like they don't have. Wait, who's their tight end now? Because I feel like the one that they had, I feel like is gone. Because it wasn't Henry.
Antonio Gates is gone.
No, not Antonio Gates. They had
I
one in the last year or so.
I don't know. I don't know their tight end.
I can't.
If you know their tight end in the comments, let me know.
I don't think he's there.
I'll
anymore.
read it because Josh won't read it.
Fair enough. Fair enough. But Herbert is continuing.
I like the Chargers. They seem to have a few more fans yesterday at home.
Yeah.
So that's always a good thing.
Their stadium is gorgeous. Every time I turn it on, their stadium is absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
Like you want them to win just because it's like, man, their stadium's so dope. Like they can't lose. Don't upset this many people.
Well, you're not gonna upset that many people because the majority of the people are there for the other team.
For the other team.
So I think LeBron was there yesterday cheering for Cleveland.
Yeah.
He has different
right.
favorite teams everywhere.
That sounds right.
I thought he was a Cowboys fan though.
Yeah, he is a Cowboys fan. Yeah, that was very, very, very interesting.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to LeBron.
Juju, what we got next?
The Raiders took a tough loss to the Bears. Do you think Gruden was a distraction this week?
I don't think that was a distraction. It could have been, but I don't think so. I mean, I don't know. What Gruden said was stupid. It was 10 years ago.
Yeah.
I think that stuff being brought up 10 years later.
Yeah.
He didn't even work for the Raiders at the time.
Well, he didn't. I think
he was working for ESPN.
That wasn't the end of the Bucks for him?
No. He was working for ESPN 10 years ago. And, I mean, was it racial or racist? He announced he's not racist at all. And it's like, okay, cool. But it still was at least racially insensitive. You don't. Yeah. I think you know what you're saying when you say something like that.
Well,
and it was just dumb. It was in an email. To even if you're saying it, you have a chance to delete
it. Sure.
And you didn't do that. You still let it go. So, but the fact it was 10 years ago, I'm just like, bring up something anybody said 10 years ago,
and you
might not look very good. So I'm sick of that.
Yeah.
Stuff in society right now, like and cancel culture and stuff like that. So I don't think it was a distraction. I think the Bears were a distraction. The Bears played good. The Raiders they weren't
in it.
This is how the Raiders have been the last few years, though.
Yeah.
They could look really good one week. The next week, they look average again. And so they had a lot of chances to take over the game and just never did.
Yeah.
So it's a little frustrating because Bears are a team that
they should have beat.
You could hurt their feelings and not give them confidence. Now I think Bears have confidence to go into next week and in the coming weeks to actually do something. Fields being named the starter now, I think he's going to have more confidence going into the season. So it was good seeing him, play well and get that start. So I'm happy for him because I do like the Bears and I want them to succeed, but
just not against the Raiders.
Not against the Raiders in Vegas,
Yeah. I mean, for me, I felt like it was, again, going back to what we said before, racial, not racist. And then I felt that way even more so after Gruden explained what he said. Basically, he was saying essentially that like he thinks people are liars. He says they're liars, and he says like rubber lips. So he was essentially saying that he's got the biggest rubber lips. He's got Michelin tires for lips. I don't think he was talking about him being black with black lips. I feel like people try, you know what I mean? Now I could be wrong, and it could have been more racist. And then he did also say earlier in that same email, he had lambasted Roger Goodell, and they ain't bring that up at all.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it was like people pick and choose where they want to fight, like, oh, well, let's put this out there, and then that's going to get black people enraged.
Yeah.
Whereas we could have just put the whole email out there, and it's like, oh, well, dang, he was on a tirade. Because it was all about the lockout at the time.
Yeah.
So it was, I mean, I feel like it could have been a distraction though, because again, we don't have a society where people want to, well, what was the context of this?
Yeah.
What was it? And if he didn't address it directly with the team, there are some players that could feel a certain type of way.
And why did it take this long to come out during the NFL season while Gruden's on TV a lot? Because now the Raiders are in Las Vegas. Now it's something in the forefront
Yeah.
of the sports media. Every week, the Raiders are one of the top
They're
teams being
playing
played
good.
talked
Like,
about.
you know what I mean? Like that's some journalism. Like that's bad journalism to me. That's the kind of journalism.
It's 2021 journalism.
Well, I mean, but that's the
Right.
kind of stuff that always is rampant around my team. And what did it have to do with my team? Because he was emailing Bruce Allen,
Okay.
and that was where the email was even going because they were always friends. So it's just unnecessary though. But what we got next,
All right.
Juju?
The Chiefs. They're
Oh.
in trouble.
We talked about this 2 weeks ago. That
Yeah. They weren't in trouble.
They're taking the L's, but now they were at home, right?
Yes.
At home against the team that we said could be one of the teams to overtake them
Yep.
in the AFC.
Yep.
And right now they look like that squad that lost the Super Bowl every year. After a team loses, they usually
Take a
don't-
year to bounce back.
It's hard for them, you know.
Yeah.
And the fact they won the year before, I didn't think they would face that same
Yeah.
type of play coming into a Super Bowl loss season the next year. But I think people are starting to get Patrick Mahomes a lot more, starting to learn how to play him more.
Mm.
I
He still has
mean,
the same
you
players.
have the Bills defense, which
Yeah.
is a really good defense. So are these defenses figuring out Patrick Mahomes right now? And I think they kind of are. And the team does look a little slow and tired. They look like they've lost a step.
Yeah, I'll say this. This is my thing on it. And this is the reason Juju's been around me a little bit. This is the reason why I say that officials really affect the game. So much. That game, it was a 18-point game. I turned it on because I was like, oh man, the Chiefs are getting blown out at home. And just because it was towards the end of the third, and I was like, oh, well, let me go ahead and turn on the game. And as I turned it on, the Chiefs were like at the Bills 10. So they were going into a score. And they did. They scored. So they're starting to get some momentum. Arrowhead's starting to get amped up. The very next possession, they get the Bills, like they get a negative play. I feel like it was a sack too. And so it's like 3rd and 22. Josh Allen drops back to throw the ball. I don't know what Juju's doing. She's uncomfortable. Josh Allen drops back to throw the ball, throws the ball deep, gets hit as he throws, incomplete, plays over. They're about to give that hot offense the ball right back, and they're down 11 now with a full quarter. This is the Chiefs. Chiefs are coming. No, flag on the play. Personal foul for roughing the passer. And it was like a sketch roughing the passer.
Pretty weak roughing
It
the
was a
passer in
weak
my
one.
mind.
Yeah.
When I saw the replay of it, because I turned it back right after it happened, I see the Chiefs cheering.
Yeah.
I thought they got an interception or something.
Yeah.
But they got the ball back, and then I saw the replay of the roughing the passer, and pretty weak in my mind.
And then look, what does that do? It guts the Chiefs.
Yeah.
The Bills walk straight down the field, score another touchdown, ball game.
Yeah.
Like the game was right there. It would have been an exciting game. The refs stole an exciting game from us because the Chiefs definitely would have they could have kept riding that momentum, and refs stole that. So
yeah, but
blown.
as a team, like you still the momentum for a play or two. Like you still got to play and keep going and to win the game. So
Right.
I can't put that all on the refs. And at the same time, we know how it is when you touch a quarterback these days.
Yeah.
You might get called, you might not. You know what I'm saying? We talked about it yesterday. Danny Dimes.
Yeah, getting hit.
It was a helmet to helmet. They didn't call anything. He's slobbering like he had rabies, and then he starts trying to run back to the offense and almost dies.
Now he's drunk.
Looked like Apollo Creed almost.
Yeah, it was.
Really?
You gotta go Apollo Creed.
I mean, if he dies, he dies. It looked like it. It looked like he was gonna go. It looked like he was done.
Oh,
I don't know.
No, hey, look, no, he definitely took like 3 bad steps. Like he leaned to left, leaned right. The ref like looked at him like, somebody get your mans.
Yeah,
it was really
it was bad.
It was really
I meant
bad.
to pull up the highlight and play that, but
Just because you wanted to punish Todd, that was how you felt.
no.
That's real cold.
No, I feel bad for the Giants. Same thing with them. Losing to the Cowboys.
Yeah.
You don't just lose to the Cowboys, but you lose your starting quarterback, which Longneck came in and actually did pretty, good in replacing him and played a good game.
What is his name?
Mike Longneck Glennon.
Mike Longneck.
Listen, he has the longest neck in the history of football.
Him and Peyton Manning have extremely long necks.
Peyton still, his neck is thick, and it matches his forehead and everything, right?
Head. Yeah.
But Mike Glennon is just like,
yeah, he definitely has a little bit of an alien look.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
But then losing Saquon Barkley before that to an ankle sprain.
Yeah.
This guy can't stay healthy.
No,
he's the second pick in the draft a few years ago.
Running back. That's why you don't take running backs that high. You don't take them that high.
Running backs are, and correct me if you think I'm wrong.
Yeah.
But the running back position to me is the most disposable position in football. Because you could bring somebody else. And we see that even in Dallas.
Yeah.
Zeke had a really good game yesterday, but they got
Tony Pollard.
He's balling, dude.
Yes, he is.
Like, he's balling, so we don't necessarily need you, Zeke. We might trade you because that money's too much.
For real, don't cough.
And listen, so the running back position in football, you have like the great running backs, but even that, I mean, whatever happened to the Steelers, dude, a few years ago? They held out, went to the Jets.
Le'Veon Bell.
Le'Veon Bell. He was the best running back in the league, and it doesn't matter because 2 years later, 3 years later, he's on a practice squad, and he's only playing because a whole bunch of other people got hurt.
Yeah.
So running backs are, I mean, you have 2 or 3 good years.
Adrian Peterson was probably the last high draft pick that was like, oh, okay, and then he became a Hall of Famer.
Exactly.
Like, usually they have a nice 2, 3, 4 year run, and then they fall off. I don't remember
even falling off. Like, they're not even in the league anymore after 5 or 6 years. You don't see running backs in the league very long.
Those dudes get hit.
You got the handful of people. Adrian Peterson,
Frank Gore, but he was also a mid-round pick. He was not a high pick.
Yep.
So
the great Frank Gore.
Yes,
I might say, folks.
Yeah, he's pretty good. He's pretty good. What's next, Juju?
All right, let's get into some college football.
Woo.
Alabama falls to Texas A&M.
When they were down, listen, man, I'm watching the game, looking at the score. You know, halftime, you're like, okay, Alabama. I think they were down 24-10 at halftime or something like that.
Yeah.
Like, Alabama will still win by 30. But
man,
you just keep watching. You're like, yo,
when are they going to turn it on?
Then Alabama scores, and it's like, okay. And then Texas A&M comes back and scores, and you're like, yo, this might happen. And it happened. They're still going to win the national championship, folks. Don't worry.
No problem with them falling to just 5.
I expect them to fall to 2. No lie.
Yeah, that's
I feel like college football loves them so much that they were. I said they'd fall to 1.5. But
like no, there's still 1.
I think it's right. I think it's right falling to 5, even though A&M wasn't even
ranked
up there. So that was a big loss, but it's still Alabama. They're still going to give them the benefit of the doubt, and they'll be in the playoffs, and they'll end up winning the whole thing.
Oh God, I hope.
Even though I hope not, but
I hope not.
But yeah, listen, it was great to watch. Because everybody all year is already saying they're not going to lose a game. So now losing this game, do they lose another game?
It's pressure. It's pressure being that.
Because you can't lose another game now.
Yeah, you have no margin. Out. Yeah, you have no margin for error at this point. Yeah, that's true.
Michigan was in a close one with Nebraska.
Yes,
that was a great game.
And they're up to 8th in the country right now. I know this is your team.
So they only went up 1. They were ranked number 9. But, I think they started. I'm not even sure if they were in the top 25 to start the season. If they were like 24.
Yeah.
So they were really low. So they're playing really well. Nebraska
is a good – listen, any of
they're
those
always
big,
good, right? Cornhuskers are always going to be a good team, even if they're not ranked or high up like that. But, it was a great game. It was – this weekend in college football, this whole year has been really good in college football, I think. There's been a lot of really good games. Your team's not very good.
We luckily didn't have a game this weekend, so that was the good part. We couldn't lose. But we did lose our starting quarterback now. He had surgery, so
really
he's done for the year. He had shoulder surgery, yeah. So now I don't even know if he gets drafted in the NFL because he had a good shot to get drafted, but I don't know. It's back-to-back injuries for him. Also, Georgia's the new number 1 in the country. They're Go Dogs. Are you cool with the SEC having 6 teams in the top 25? Are you ready for the SEC's reign to be over?
Yeah, I'm ready for it to be over. They all, but it's not going to be.
God, I hope
they're always going to keep
Kentucky's
up there.
Kentucky's ranked now. I'm like, Kentucky?
Kentucky.
Like, this ain't basketball. It's a few months early. Like, what is going on?
Not fried chicken.
Like, 100%.
Kentucky Fried Chicken. I don't want anyone to think that was.
Wow. Good try.
You know how it is.
Yeah, you did have to.
You have to. You have to correct yourself
you had
these
to
days.
explain that one. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's funny. That is funny.
I'll be right back.
Oh,
Go ahead. You can
okay.
stop.
All right.
Stop.
All right then. Well, I know Juju's about to roll out on me too, so it's about to be the one man show in a
We
second.
got a couple minutes left.
Got a couple minutes. So what else has been going on with Juju? How are you feeling about your Warriors? Because when we had our NBA preview a couple weeks ago, you weren't able to come in.
I'm optimistic.
Yeah.
I'm excited for next season.
Yeah. What now?
For
Now
next
do
season.
you
You
think,
mean this season coming up? Like
no, she's
2
saying
weeks?
2023.
No, I mean next season.
now, when you get Clay back, do you think that you guys are going to be in a better spot? Like,
yeah, way better
like
spot.
top 3 in the league, getting better spot?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're still gonna have a pretty good amount of the core that we had 3 years
Pull
ago.
that mic right in front of you.
Oh, sorry. We're gonna have a good amount of the core that we had 3 years ago when we were winning championships again.
Yeah.
So, and
But do you think Clay is going to be what he was?
I think Clay, even at 90%, is probably better than other players in his position and on other teams.
Defensively, I think because
Defensively,
the
yeah.
main thing with him too was his defense. Because offensively, you're not asking him to be this dunk on people guy or
Right.
slash
He did
and cut.
have really good
Defense was his thing too, and so I think maybe that'll be the only thing that I start to notice. Like, shoot, he lost 2 steps.
But then that just other players have to step up,
yeah.
which I think that they're, molding them, and they know they need to do that in order to be on the court anyway. So I think they'll be okay next season.
What about Wiseman? Do you think that they should keep him, or do you think they should trade him and start to try to get some other pieces?
I would say keep him.
Thank you.
I would say
Everyone
keep
always
him.
is like, trade him. I'm like, why? He was the top 3 pick.
Yeah, he just needs to get more acclimated. He needs to get more adjusted into the system, I think. And I
Yeah.
think he'll be
But
fine.
does he fit that system? And that's why people are saying you should trade him, because right now you're not in rebuild mode, and he's a rebuild type player. Like he's not doing anything right now to help them. And I think people are saying trade him because you can get a lot for him, probably some good veterans to go around Klay Thompson and Steph.
I think they have enough veterans, though.
Thank you.
They have enough of that.
Well, and see, and my part too, as far as the veteran part, you look at the Lakers.
And now Trey Lance has a sprained left knee, could miss time. So yeah, I mean,
Oh, it's your bye week though. You're okay.
that's fine.
Yeah, you'll be all right. He'll be fine. Put a sleeve on it. It'll be okay.
Wow.
But veterans are cool, but at some point you have to reset your roster.
Exactly.
And you were given a great opportunity in the middle of a championship run
Right.
to get a high pick. So if he was consensus, everyone was like, oh, he's about to be the next big thing. Like, you figure it out. And if he's not a fit right now, that doesn't mean he's not going to be a fit in 2-3 years when Clay, Steph, and everybody starts falling off.
Right.
We might change the way we play. So that's my reason for keeping him around, because he's still grabbing championship culture right now.
Right.
And
Yeah,
will
but if
get
you're trying to
better.
win right now, which
They did it without him.
how long ago was that? Let's not act like Warriors have won recently, because they haven't.
They haven't won recently, but they was
Okay,
just
exactly. So
Yeah, it wasn't
if you
that
want to
long
win,
ago.
it's been longer than people are acting. People are acting like they won last year. It's been a while.
It's been a
and,
COVID.
now there's teams that are a lot
Like
better
2 years.
in the NBA.
True.
And so
That's
the
true.
Warriors, you still have that core that won 4 years ago, 3 years ago, but the league's better now. Lakers are stacked. Brooklyn is stacked, even
Yeah.
though they're not going to be stacked if you play home games. But
they just need to have
actually,
all road.
Warriors don't have to worry about Brooklyn. If it's Warriors and Brooklyn in the finals,
Yeah.
Kyrie Irving can't play in the finals at all.
That's actually really good.
That's crazy to think about.
That's really
That's-
good. Like,
yeah,
so
that's
Kyrie, you gonna take
wild.
this shot?
Nope. Hey, I don't blame him. You
I
don't have to.
I feel him, but never mind. I'm not gonna
But
incriminate
for
myself
the
online.
but for the team,
That's a whole nother.
but for the team, let's say that Golden State ends up being really good this year, and Clay comes back, and they look like Golden State.
yeah,
They get to the finals. Brooklyn gets to the finals, and you have Kyrie cannot play a single game in the finals unless they're like, hey, we're going to play all the games at T-Mobile Arena. And that's the only way around it, to let Kyrie play.
We're going to play neutral court games for the first time in
But then
history.
you do that, and what happens? Kyrie gets hurt the first game, like he always does, because he misses a lot of playoffs.
Yeah.
So we can just act like he's injured, right?
He's hurt.
And not be surprised.
He's just, he's hurt
Yeah.
in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
That's all. He's on the injury report.
And in San Francisco.
Injury report.
And probably in LA, because I think LA's moving towards that direction as
They
well.
definitely are.
DNP didn't take the shot.
So now you're missing 41 home games. You're missing games in New York, which is 2 games against the Knicks.
Yeah.
You're missing 1 game against Golden State and possibly a game against the Lakers and against the Clippers.
Yeah, if that.
That's a lot of plus the 20 games you're going to miss off injury because he gets hurt every year.
Like, don't worry, he couldn't have played this game anyway. He was already
Plus the 10 games he's going to miss just off,
life.
I need to sage everything, and I need 10 days to sage.
I don't be hating on Kyrie. It is what
I
it
love
is.
Kyrie.
Yeah,
You
he's
love
great.
Kyrie.
I love
He's
Kyrie.
great whenever he's on the court.
Yeah, he is. But I mean,
I love
you gotta
Juju's,
do what
like,
you gotta
side-eye
do.
look.
You gotta do what you gotta do for yourself. So, and I like that he does that, and he doesn't
Compromise.
He
for it.
doesn't compromise
Exactly.
for anyone.
That's true. He's very serious about his convictions. Whatever he's convicted
Yeah.
on, he's 100% convicted.
Yeah.
So, anything else with the NBA?
How did we get to the NBA?
We're getting there. Well,
No, how did
Because
we
you
get
left.
yeah, you left, and we started
Oh.
talking about the Warriors.
That's our common ground.
I just had to shut the door. I won't mention anything, but Todd left the office and left the door wide open for everyone else,
It's just
for us to be way too loud for the other office next door, and they were giving me the side eye.
Oh,
I mean, you leave the
Yeah,
door
yeah,
wide
yeah.
open during a sports show.
yeah. Laughing, talking.
Appreciate it, Todd.
Yeah. It's tough times. But
Is that our show? Because I know she has to go.
yeah, she has to go.
We can get like 5 minutes.
All right.
She just wants to stay for the Cardi B birthday bash.
Yes,
No.
happy birthday, Cardi B.
Why, Josh?
29th birthday.
Let's talk about this real quick.
29th.
Juju, let's go around. Like, who cares about this birthday? Do you care?
No, I don't care.
Josh, what, you cared enough to put it on.
You gave
That's
me.
true. He did care.
You
put
gave
on.
me
So,
pop culture.
No.
You said,
Is
give
that
me
the-
something for pop culture. And that
So
was the first thing I saw today. I was like,
Everything.
oh, all right.
First of all, I didn't say give me something in pop culture. It's in the title of our show. That's been there for 3 years. So we always have some pop culture stuff we talk about.
Did you have anything?
But that's the only. That's the
All
only
right.
thing.
that
that's-
was my bad. I
No.
should have added something in there.
I do all this, Josh.
Oh,
I gave you one job, and you put Cardi B. I marked it off my paper.
I had no problem.
But
with it.
here's my main problem with it. He wants to celebrate her 29th birthday.
Not
My
celebrate.
birthday was last week, and he didn't say anything about my birthday.
I was on
Juju.
a plane.
I said something, so I have nothing to do.
You said so- you said
She
happy
did.
birthday?
She
I
did.
did.
And I've only known her for less than a month.
Yeah, that's true.
Hey, look.
That's
sorry.
what counts to me, though.
Atlanta. I was in Atlanta. There's nothing
That
else I
doesn't
can say.
matter. The phones work the same way.
They do work in Atlanta.
You could even do
But-
the happy belated birthday.
Ooh,
No, I
that's
don't
true.
do that. I don't
Why?
do those. I don't
Why?
do
You
those.
should do that.
It's my birthday month. Happy birthday month.
God, don't do that.
Yep, that's how mine's gonna be next month.
Don't do that.
Your birthday's next month?
Mhm.
The 8th? 7th?
7.
I did
See,
call.
I'm
I
good.
did call my ex on the 3rd.
Wow.
That I did do.
Wow.
He shouldn't
Make
have
me
said
feel
that.
worse.
He shouldn't have said
I
Make
mean,
me feel worse.
Still, now she's gonna introduce me to her husband and the baby when I get to DC next month.
Okay.
There it is. It happens.
Let me write that down in pop culture I don't care about.
Well, hey, listen.
All right.
You want me to care a lot about your birthday?
No, you don't though. It doesn't.
It's-
I don't want you to.
They're men birthdays. You need a birthday wish?
You celebrated
Yes.
Cardi B's birthday. You don't even know
I
her.
didn't
You'll never know
celebrate.
her. She won't
Whoa,
care to
whoa,
know
whoa,
you.
whoa.
Oh, you know her?
I've met her
Do you know her?
a couple
Do you know
times.
her?
I don't wish to know her. I've met her.
You wished her a happy birthday though, so you wish something about her. Can you not do the suicide
Yeah.
shot on
at
air?
at this point, take me now.
Wow, that's offensive.
Chappelle, the closer.
I didn't even watch it. I don't know why we're talking about this.
you didn't watch it?
I haven't watched it yet. Some people work for a living.
Wow. And
Sorry.
double shot. The heck was that?
Not
You're
everyone can-
self-employed too.
Yeah, exactly. That means it's a lot harder. You don't have time to watch TV.
I mean, you watch it at night or during the day
I don't
in,
have a
in
night.
brief moments.
During the night, I sleep to wake up the next day and do it all over again.
Yeah.
So I haven't watched it yet. I want to watch it because, of course, there's controversy.
It's very good.
I love
I'm gonna
Dave
watch
Chappelle.
it.
I mean,
I'm
there's
gonna
nothing.
watch it all tonight. but
Okay, it's very good. It's more. This one was more insightful. It's because his last couple have been more, spoken word. It's not as much funny. He's still so smart in terms of framing his jokes. But he was willing to go there quite a bit. But he also,
and he'll always go there. If he doesn't, he's not going to sell. But
he also broke down like what all the specials have meant and what, I said this and then this happened. I said this and then this happened.
Yeah.
So he was kind of pulling things apart too. And exactly what he said was going to happen, happened. It got off the air, and then as everybody, I feel like most people now, they watch knowing that they don't like something. But I'm going to turn it on to say I don't like it.
Exactly.
And it's like,
but he's smart too, because he knows he's going to touch on all the social topics, and
he knows
somebody's
going to
be offended,
right?
And you're going to get backlash, and the backlash creates promotion.
Yeah.
Netflix hasn't had to promote this. They put it out. They knew it was going to promote itself.
Exactly.
And all these other magazines and websites that are mad about it are going to promote it.
Yep.
And everyone mad on social media is going to promote it.
Yep.
So listen,
and the people that like
smart
it
man.
are promoting it.
Exactly.
Because I promoted it like 2-3 days before it came out, and I was like, Tuesday.
Yep.
Go watch it.
How do you feel about what he said?
I mean, for me, like
what was the main thing he said that kind of stirred everything up?
Nothing outside
that stirred everybody up.
No, nothing new. Like it was, I can't remember one specific joke because, like I said, it was more long form. It wasn't like he was just giving jokes.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. But yeah, it wasn't. Look, he said a few things on transgender, but he was talking about how after Sticks and Stones, one of his friends who he actually had met and got to know was a transgender woman, and he kind of gave that story because she ended up committing suicide.
Oh, wow.
Because I had read that after Sticks and Stones came out, she committed suicide because after that came out and the trans community came after him. She like pounded her chest, was like, no, this isn't who he is. I've worked with him. I'm a starting comedian, and he's given me opportunities, and he loves me, and I love him. And then they bashed her, and then she committed suicide. She jumped off a building. And so, you know what I mean? And so he talked about that, and he broke that whole story down. And like it was really good. And if people really would listen,
that's exactly
like people hear, but they don't listen. There's a difference.
They listen to respond, and
yes,
not to understand. That's the problem. Like, and then the other one was, he made the point about the baby and how there was nothing wrong with him killing
another black person.
Man. It was, you have to look at it in context too, because he was in self-defense. But the point is they didn't have a problem with that.
That didn't hurt his career.
That didn't hurt his career, but you have a problem when it has to do with the transgender community, which is not. It's like, if you're gonna be pro-human, then be pro-human
all
always.
the time.
Yeah,
not just in moments.
Choose. And that's Dave Chappelle's point. So like, I just don't.
You can't have it both ways. You can't have it both ways. I can't always beat my chest, and then the second it's, oh, well, that's not me. So it's
exactly
okay. That problem's okay.
Or it doesn't identify with me, so therefore I don't have to care about it as much or speak on it. That's my problem.
And see, and then right to your point, if somebody feels that way, then why are you upset at me for not caring about you? Because you don't care about me when it happens over here. So why are you upset that I don't care about your issue?
Right.
It's the same way.
Exactly.
Like, if you care, then care.
Right.
But you can't just be
can't
picking and choosing when I choose
convenient.
to care. That's right.
If you're gonna care.
That's right.
Definitely. The moral of today: if you're gonna care.
And not racial or racist. Pick two. Pick one.
Yeah.
You're right.
Talking about picking one. Who do we got tonight? Ravens or the Colts? Ravens are on Sunday night or Monday night every week.
Every week, because they're a good team, man.
I mean, there's a lot of good teams though.
The Raiders got 2 Monday Night Football games already. I was like, man, I didn't realize that. But I'll take the Ravens tonight. Obviously,
I got the Ravens too.
The Colts might give them a fight. I'll say that after coming off their win last week. But I don't think they're a good enough team to stop Lamar.
All right.
Yeah.
There
Juju,
we go.
thank you for coming in.
Thanks
we
for
love
having
you.
me.
And we'll talk about baseball on Thursday. A lot going on in baseball. Obviously, it's the playoffs. Go Dodgers.
You sound so enthused.
I am.
Your team just won the title last year.
They're about to win again.
Easy, killer. Easy.
Okay.
They got to get out this round first.
They'll win it.
Are they up one? Is it tied or is
1-1.
it's one? It's tied, right?
Yeah.
They still have a
Braves
chance.
won today, so I think they're up.
I think they're up 2-1.
I think they're up 2-1.
Yeah.
So, anyways, yeah, we have a lot more sports. We'll talk Thursday. Go home, Juju.
Gotta go.